Well, we're taking your questions now for veterinarian David Graff, 365-9999. If you have a question, we'll get to those callers in just a second. First, though, introduce us to our guest today.
His name is Doyle. He's from the Cedar Rapids Animal Shelter, and he's a young neutered male, and he's a real nice kitty. He's in good health, and he needs a home.
And he's really curious, too. He came into the studio, and he's just looking around at everything. Okay, so adopt Doyle if you're interested in taking home a cat. Always a good idea. And we've got Amber on the line from Cedar Rapids with a question. Go ahead, Amber.
Hi, good morning. I have a dog. She is a border collie mix, and she was adopted and I believe to be abused before we got her. We've had her now about 4 years, but she's still intensely having a lot of anxiety when we move boxes or furniture around with the vacuum cleaner. Do they make like a Xanax for dogs, or is that even realistic?
What for dogs?
A Xanax.
Oh, absolutely. There's actually several psychotropic drugs that are used in dogs for the treatment of separation anxiety and other anxiety disorders. And these should always be used with training. Okay? If you just put them on drugs alone, it really doesn't work. So you'll need to consult with your veterinarian and find out the right training techniques to use in conjunction with the medicine.
And is her situation a proper application of that kind of medicine?
It's the proper use of the medicine plus the training that goes with it.
Okay.
Okay.
What about dealing with storms? A lot of dogs, and I don't even know if cats have this problem. I'm more familiar with dogs, I guess, in this aspect. Dealing with, you know, these spring thunderstorms we're having. What's a good way to deal with that? Should you give them something to, like a sedative?
You can. A healthy dog that's had tranquilizers before, that's been approved for tranquilizer use by the veterinarian, can be given tranquilizers that'll help take the edge off. Now, the way tranquilizers work is they just don't care after they've been given them, and they work better if they're given the medicine and then it's allowed to work. If a dog's already in an agitated state and you give the tranquilizer, it may not work.
Okay, so it's something you need to do before.
So you got to watch Joe Winters and find out what the weather's going to be, and then give it before the storm comes.
Sounds good. And if you're interested in adopting Doyle, he's available at, again?
At the Cedar Rapids Animal Shelter. Very
good. Dr. David Graff, thanks so much for being with us today. Thank you, Doyle. And coming up tomorrow, hey, it's almost tax time. If you haven't had your taxes done yet, you better get on it. We'll have a financial expert in to give you some last-minute tips. Stay with us here on your 24-hour news source, KCRG-TV 9.